Hello my loves and welcome back to my channel. Today's video we have a new pick a card reading all about the new blessings that are just around the corner in your life. So if you're curious about the blessings that are coming your way, that you are currently attracting, then this is the video where we're going to dive into the tarot cards and the oracle cards to bring you information for your highest good at this time. We're going to be connecting with spirit to bring you these messages, and I'm so excited to get into it. If you are new here, welcome. I do tarot readings on this channel. We talk about astrology, we dive into manifestation, how to do self-transformation and live your absolute best life and create your dream life. So if you want to stick around for that, I would be so happy if you joined us here in this beautiful community. But with that being said, if you are also new here and want to know how this video works, I have 4 different groups in front of me. All of them hold different information, and your intuition is going to know exactly which group holds the relevant information for you that's going to give you all of your future predictions of those blessings that are coming into your life. Over here we have group number 1. So if you are drawn to this group, this is going to be your pile. This has a gorgeous piece of opalite on top. So if you are drawn to the opalite crystal, that is going to be your group. Over on group number 2, we have this amazing, gorgeous piece of Lemurian quartz. So if you are drawn to group number 2, towards this gorgeous Lemurian quartz, that is going to be your pile that's going to reveal your blessings. If you are drawn to group number 3, this is ruby infusionite. So if you are drawn to this stunning crystal, then this is going to be your group. Then over here on group number 4, we have this stunning piece of aura spirit quartz. And that is group number 4. So depending on which crystal you are the most drawn to or which pile you're the most drawn to, that is going to reveal all the information that is about the blessings that are coming into your life. There's going to be timestamps linked down below in the comment box as well as the description box so that you can easily skip ahead to your timestamp to get your personal reading all about those beautiful blessings that are coming into your life right away. We're going to try to get the timing. We're just going to dive into everything. I have some astrology cards under here too that we're going to dive into that are going to show tons of information. I am so excited. So take as much time as you need, even pause the video if you would like, in order to find the pile that you are the most drawn towards. Another method to choose a group if you're having troubles doing so is to close your eyes and wait for a number between 1 and 4 to pop into your head. And the first number that pops in without you even thinking about it, that is your intuition speaking to you. So that is the number that you would go with. And I'm super excited to dive into it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into today's video. All right, my group number 1s, if you chose this pile, this is going to be your reading all about those big blessings that are coming into your life next. So let's go ahead and see what they are. All right, my group 1s, here is what we have for you. The Knight of Swords being reversed, 6 of Cups upright, 8 of Wands upright, Knight of Cups being reversed, and then the 3 of Wands being reversed. So the blessings that are coming into your life, for one, when we have Knight of Swords reversed, one of your first biggest blessings is slowing down in life and not feeling like you need to rush, not feeling like you need to overthink, not feeling like your brain just feels like it's all over the place. I get this feeling like some of you have been dealing with like memory issues, like when it's hard to remember certain things or it almost feels like you're getting really forgetful. And I feel like it's coming from a place of feeling overwhelmed and moving way too fast through life, feeling like there's way too many things going on. Like that's exactly what this Knight of Swords reversed lets me know, is just this energy that you've been going through where it's felt really rushed and overwhelming. And your first biggest blessing is that things are going to slow down and you are going to come back to focusing on what is most fulfilling for you, how to have fun and laughter. The 6 of Cups represents either things from our past, but it can also represent like this childhood innocence where we get in this realm of like imagination, in this realm of creativity. And just when when we're a kid and everything is just fun, everything is exciting, we focus on fun, and when we're a kid, we sort of look at adults and we're like, why do you stress about all these things? Why are you always stressed about making the house perfect before guests come over? Why are you always stressed about all of these like responsibilities? Like, why not have fun and relax, and then things will be easier, right? So a kid kind of has this outlook, and I do feel like you're returning to that outlook, but from a more mature place. It's like you understand the meanings behind adulthood, you understand the responsibilities behind it, but you're going to be approaching things in this way of like slowing down and focusing more on like, how can I let my inner kid like laugh and have fun with life again and be creative, be imaginative? And Eight of Wands, the interesting thing about slowing down, calming yourself, getting back to this inner peace is things are going to start moving forward for you really fast. You know, that's the weird paradox of it. Sometimes when we slow down, it creates more momentum for us because we feel more rejuvenated. We're focusing on filling our cup. The cups always represent our emotions. And when we're not feeling emotionally fulfilled, we are like a cup that's drained. It's empty. There's nothing left to offer. There's nothing left to give. And there's no juice in the can, right? So for you, I just see you focusing more on, let me fill my cup. Let me return back to the things that I find fun and rejuvenating. And oddly enough, because of that, things are skyrocketing forward. If you have felt stuck in life when it comes to gaining momentum on your life path, that is shifting. Momentum is being gained. All of that is happening. Also, when we have Six of Cups and Eight of Wands next to each other, it can also indicate somebody from our past reconnecting with us. It doesn't have to be like an ex or anything like that. Like, this could even be somebody from our childhood that we've known that maybe is going to reach out to us and we're going to reconnect with them, and that's maybe going to be something that's really beautiful. If you have family that lives at a distance from you, 100% you are going to be connecting with them, and that's going to be such a great moment, and that's a huge blessing that's coming in. If any of you are in a long distance relationship, I'm also seeing you two connecting, and that being just such a beautiful thing. But any sort of like long distance people that you really love and are connected to, that's a beautiful reconnection that's happening here. Knight of Cups being reversed, Three of Wands being reversed. I'm also seeing this courage to look at the direction of your life and the things that are not really satisfying you, and this energy of being like, why am I still pursuing that? Why am I putting my energy towards things that I don't actually want and I'm not actually emotionally connected to at all? Why am I giving it the time of day? So I also see this courage of just like, what do I really want in life? What do I find fulfilling, rather than feeling like we need to pursue something that we don't actually find fulfilling. So yeah, I just see this total ultimate courage coming through, this momentum to say yes to what feels good for you, and this sort of energy to be like, you know what? I'm gonna stop the things that don't feel good. So that is your first little window of insight into some of the blessings coming. I definitely see a big redirection coming in for you, and this total courage to end what you no longer want to continue pursuing, which I think is going to be amazing for you. For some of you, if you have relationships in your life that don't feel like they're fulfilling, and maybe we've known it for a while, I'm also seeing this as the courage to end that. And also this courage to all of a sudden, like, you're going to feel free. The fact that the Eight of Wands is your first and center, well, not first, but like your center main focus card here is so significant, because all of the things that you're doing with these two cards and with these two cards, like the energies of these, is they're both contributing to your overarching main focus energy, which is the Eight of Wands. You're going to feel freedom. You're going to feel this energy of like, oh my gosh, I'm no longer being held back. I no longer feel like I'm being stuck. I no longer feel like I am pursuing things that are draining me, or pursuing things that I know I'm just not connected to anymore. Like Knight of Cups being reversed, there has been things that you maybe used to be emotionally connected to that maybe you just aren't anymore. And that's totally okay. And I just see like your courage to end that and to discontinue pursuing those things is literally going to lead to your freedom, your happiness, the clearest skies, this clarity on what it is that you want, where it is that you want to go, and speed and momentum. Eight of Wands is one of the fastest moving cards in tarot, and it indicates like just so much momentum shooting forward and pushing you forward, which is going to be amazing. It's also a card that can indicate travel. So if you've been wanting to travel somewhere, if you've been wanting to expand yourself, if you've been wanting to like go gung-ho in a new direction, that is it. So yeah, opportunities will be coming in, energy will be flowing, just all sorts of amazingness like that. So we also have Void of Course, okay? Pause in time, change of plans, limbo, improvising. So this makes total sense coming up for you. Change of plans, I absolutely see that shift of plans, which is what we were talking about. So what are the things that are void of course? It's like off course. What are those things where they're giving you this sensation of like, I feel like I'm off course with my life because of this thing that I'm continuing to, or this path that I'm continuing to go down that I know is not going anywhere. I just see the courage of like getting rid of that, and it's going to literally be a blessing. And sometimes, like, I'm just gonna connect with you real here for a second. Sometimes we have the hardest time letting go and getting off the path that feels like it's not leading us anywhere. Sometimes we actually fear getting off that path because we're like, well, what if all the paths are going to feel that way? What if there is no right path for me? What if I'm just, you know, being stupid here and maybe I need to continue down this path and, you know, whatever. Like there's all sorts of different like fears and doubts that can come up when we're in that. But one thing I can tell you right now, things that are off course, that you feel inside are off course, that's your intuition speaking to you. That's your soul speaking to you. You know deep down inside what is right and what is wrong. And your intuition is your inner GPS that lets you know what is off course and what is on course for you. The emotions that feel negative and off, those are obviously indicating like, hey, wrong direction. It's like your inner GPS being like, ooh, you took a wrong turn. Okay, you can turn around now, make a U-turn, like change direction. But then those good feeling emotions, those are the ones that let us know like, hey, green light, keep going. You're going in the right direction, right? So it's about discovering the direction that's right for you. And one of your biggest blessings is discovering that. But the only way to discover that is to first say no to, you know, whatever feels void of course. So change of plans and like, let's improvise here. Let's start shifting it up, you know? Next card that we have is Chiron, the wounded healer. This is beautiful coming up. So another blessing that I'm seeing for you is this great ultimate ability to heal. Six of Cups is so healing in of itself. And I also feel like your ability to let go of this rushing, forcing, pushing, overwhelm, overdoing, overthinking, like your ability to let go of that and to heal that is going to be another amazing blessing because, oh, it's just going to feel so free. Eight of Wands is the card of like freedom. We feel free. We don't feel tied down to anything. We no longer feel like we have this weight on our shoulders. The Eight of Wands is like when we spread our wings and we start flying, okay? And I just feel like it's part of you dropping this weight and also dropping all of these things that are like, you know, all of these reasons why we can't be happy right now. It's like, well, let's actually do that. Let's come back to our happiness. Let's focus on the things that do genuinely make us happy rather than feeling like we need to, you know, continue a course that's not fulfilling. So yes, Chiron is such a beautiful card to be coming up because it also indicates where we will find a new strength. So anytime that we have a wound, like even on your body, for example, if you have a wound, it eventually like heals and turns into scar tissue, which is actually stronger than regular skin. So Chiron is like the same way astrologically, where it shows us where we need to heal, where we have like certain karma. But when we go through that lesson and we heal from it, all of a sudden we come out with like a gift on the other side of it. And I feel like for you, you're going to come out with a gift on the other side. Your gift is this freedom, sovereignty, being in your own lane, feeling like things are moving forward, Also feeling like there's no stress, because the Eight of Wands, it's light, it's free. Like there's no more stress that you are carrying with you. We also have the first house. The first house is all about the self. And so perhaps we used to be focused on other people, what other people want, feeling like we need to like drop our needs and wants in order to serve other people. And for you, I just see like this next blessing is focusing on you, focusing on like, what do I want and need, right? And even what it says on this card, this is the house of self and identity. Here is where we can see one's personality, behavior, character, physical appearance, as well as their attitude towards life. It starts with the sign known as the ascendant, which so the first house does start at the ascendant. And it is the house of all of those things. So another aspect of this, I do feel like you're going to go through a shift of really like finding a new version of you. Maybe going through like this self-improvement journey. Maybe lately you've been even feeling like a call to dive into self-improvement, to, jump light years ahead. Like I see you being able to literally jump light years ahead. The fact that we have this Eight of Wands, it's so fast. It's jumping light years ahead, but we're not in that state where it's like the Knight of Swords being reversed, where it's this overwhelm of like, oh my God, I'm moving so fast. Oh my God. Like I don't see you in that. I see you in this like calm, collected, fulfilling energy where there's just natural momentum that is moving faster than ever. Like Knight of Swords, when he's reversed, it's like he's going in the wrong direction. He's like speeding far ahead in the wrong direction, trying to like catch up to something that isn't even in that direction, if that makes sense. Like he's rushing around trying to like fix a problem, and it's almost like running in circles and going all like chaotic. Like it's a little bit of and you're letting go of that. You're literally letting go of that. Knight of Swords reversed. You are no longer going to be in that energy. You are totally healing that and just getting your stuff together. And then, I also just felt this energy of you getting like inspired to wake up in the morning. There's going to be like a newfound energy for you of I have energy. And the first house, by the way, is like the ruler of morning time and this energy of like, let's get up and go. Because the first house, it's Aries and Mars, which is Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. So it's kind of like the beginning of a cycle, which is also why it rules the first house. It's the beginning of a cycle. And Mars is the planet of like tons of energy, tons of action. And you're going to be moving into this action energy, but the action is going to be actually taken in the right direction, which, it's just this momentum. I see you, like if you've been wanting to really get your ish together, to feel like you're really on top of it, to feel like you're really put together, I see you going through this like radical transformation where there's like this new invigoration for life. It's like, let's get up and go. Let's like, cultivate all the energy. And I just see you going through this glow up as well of like really feeling yourself. And it's because you're more focused on like, let me focus on what's fun for me. Let me focus on filling my cup because then I have energy to go. And that's all with this Aries Mars. Like it's action. It's like, let's go. And it's having the energy rather than going through this chaotic like burnout phase. And Pisces coming up. Pisces is this beautiful, imaginative, creative type of energy. It can also indicate an inclination to social media because Neptune, which is the ruler of Pisces, is also the ruler of media. So media could be the arts, so anything to deal with music or art or film or media, anything around that realm of things. If any of you dabble into that kind of stuff, like even social media, things like that, I almost see like a new beginning here and like a lot of action and momentum of moving forward and kind of pursuing something that's going to be more fulfilling for you. There is like an artsy energy behind it, or like a very aesthetic, beautiful energy. This can also be where we go through like a glow up ourselves of like beautifying ourselves and like falling in love with ourselves. That's a very Pisces type of energy with the Neptune. And anytime we go through like a Neptune transit or like a lot of Pisces energy, it is like an energy of like a kind of transformation of beautifying, like making things artsy, making things beautiful. So I am seeing like a energy of that as well, in your life as well. And, you know, rather than feeling like we were off course, it's like really healing and getting to a place of like inspired action and being surrounded by more beauty in life. So that is what we have there. Let's go ahead and dive into some more cards for you. So my group ones, let's see the other blessings that are coming into your life. Oh, we have Poet. I love that this came up for you because we were also just talking about Pisces, which is that artsy energy. Poet coming up as well. I wonder if some of you will be either working on writing something or using some form of expression, because Poet is like, it reminds me of Mercury in Pisces, for example. Like if you take the planet Mercury and it's in the zodiac of Pisces, it's like this very artsy writing, like scribe, sort of creative planning. Like you might even be creatively planning something or envisioning something, writing something, being creative with your words, opening up your throat chakra more. Like this is throat, third eye chakra activation, where our vision comes to life and we're able to speak it more. And just these feathers too are so connected to this, just like writing energy, but also it's like freedom and creativity, because the feathers, it like helps us take flight. We feel like we're just floating. Things feel like they're writing themselves. So if you've been in sort of a creative block lately, I just see that creativity reigniting. And let's see what else we get for you. Okay, we also have Dancer. So this is a shift of energy. It's also when we feel like the fun and zest of life igniting. So as well for you, my group ones, the fun and zest of life, feeling energized, feeling like we can dance through life, feeling like there's something to also maybe celebrate as well. But this is like embody, enrapture, dance, and shift. Ooh, that is powerful. I see you getting this surge of energy. I'm almost getting like there might be like an exciting shift that you are making. It's literally going to make you feel free. It could also be an opportunity coming in that you don't even see yet, and it's like an unexpected opportunity. So this could come in the form of an opportunity or from your like deliberate will to shift things and let go of what's no longer serving you, what's no longer working for you. And this shift of like just getting your life back on track and back on course is, yeah, like you're just taking back control over your life and no longer wanting to be lost or void of course. And that's going to be such an amazing blessing. In terms of timing, Spirit is giving me the timeline of within the next 10 months. This is going to really take place. Spirit, I will say, whenever we're doing a general reading, Spirit will give a broad timeline in order to encompass everyone who watches this reading. So Spirit's giving the timeline of within 10 months. For some of you, this could be as soon as like 2 weeks from now, 3 weeks from now. For others of you, it could be like 3 months from now. But Spirit's saying for all of you, this will be within the next 10 months, okay? So this is the energy that's shifting. This is the energy that's changing, and it will happen within the next 10 months. So let's go ahead and see what else we have for my group ones, for the blessings coming into your life. I'm really feeling like these two cards want to come out. So we also have attachment and patience coming out. So things that, ooh, you might even be listening to this right now feeling like, but I can't let go of these things. I can't make that change yet. And if some of you are feeling that way, trust me, that's an energy that is going to figure itself out. You're going to be figuring that out, and you won't have to be stuck there. But I just really see you on this self-discovery of like, I don't want to wear this false mask anymore. I don't want to pretend anymore. I don't want to pretend like that I want to be here, because it's like you don't. So you are going to find a way to shift things. Fives are all about shifts. You will find a way to detach from the things that you don't want to be attached to anymore. You will be finding a way. Patience is another aspect of this. Patience for your detachment, okay? There is a way. There is a way. And Spirit, let me tell you, a key to manifesting actually, and a key to shifting your reality and getting the ways, getting the how, So in manifesting, the how isn't up to you, right? The how, leave that to the universe. The universe is this whole masterful intelligence that can see the easiest way for you to accomplish something, for you to get from destination A to B, or all the way to Z, whatever it is that you want to do, wherever it is that you want to go. The universe is the divine intelligence that knows all the ways, right? We are just a small bit of that wide scope of things. And so for us, we might be thinking like, oh, there's no possible way. Well, maybe it's just like our current state of consciousness, and within what we currently know, it maybe seems like there's no way, but there is. And the way in which we manifest the way is by focusing on what feels good. Do more of what feels good, because then you're in alignment with a positive track. So you're shifting your direction. Every time you move more towards what feels good, even if it's just one tiny little thing of like, let me go read a great book tonight that's going to make me in a really good mood, and let me make some tea and light some candles and just, make a peaceful sanctuary environment that just feels good. It can be as small as that. It can be as small as messaging somebody you love and telling them how much they mean to you. That's a positive energy. The more that you can shift into the positive good energy, the more the positive good energies are going to open up. But the more that we focus on what's not working and what can't work, and the more we focus on the chain that we're currently attached to, the more that the problem is just going to amplify and become more apparent, because it's what we're focusing on, right? So it's our center focus, and whatever our center focus is will amplify. And so when we can shift that, okay, when we can begin shifting that, focusing on those good things, all of a sudden our state of consciousness rises and elevates, and solution exists where we feel good. Because obviously solution is equal to feeling good. Solution feels good. So the more you can feel good, the more that you elevate your state of consciousness to being able to see that. So anyway, that's a whole other thing. I hope that makes sense. That's a whole tangent to go on. But that's a little bit about manifesting for you. And if you want to find a way to detach from the things that maybe currently seem like they're really permanently stuck to you, there is a way. Okay, focus on feeling good, and that way will make sense. It will show up. The universe will bring it to you, but you need to focus on your energy and getting into a trusting state of moving towards more good. Okay, so anyway, that is your little key secret for the shifts that you're about to make. But however, I do want you to know, because I don't want you to leave this reading being like, oh my God, I have so much work to do. No. These are the blessings that are inevitably coming to you, because Spirit wants you to know that even though you might feel attached right now to certain things, they are fading away. The things that you've been doing, the realizations that you've been having have already been shifting you. So you are naturally moving in this direction. But if you want to speed things up, that's just my little manifestation, like hacks and secrets tangent that you can utilize if you so wish to. However, you're on this journey. It's already written in the cards. You're already here. You're already making this progress. 8 of Wands right here. Like, it's going. We got it. You are in the right direction. So I wanted to let you know that. And these are the blessings that are literally around the corner for you that will be manifesting within these next 10 months. These beautiful blessings of bringing you your freedom, bringing you your energy back, bringing you this elevation, bringing you this put together kind of energy where you just feel like you're on top of it. You are shining. Things are moving. There's a creative energy. There's artsy energy. Media is going to be a really good thing for you. If you've been wanting to show up more and be more in the spotlight with something, yes, that is happening. So, my group ones, that is what we have for you. Thank you so much for joining me here for today's video. I'm sending you all so much love, and until next time, bye. All right, my group number 2s, if you chose this pile, this is going to be your reading. My light, I don't know if my camera picked that up, but the light literally just blinked and flashed. Whenever that happens, it can indicate like an answer to a question, or it can also indicate that there's a lot of spirit guide energy around you right now. And perhaps they have a lot to say for you, because that was just a really interesting little happenstance there. So let's go ahead and reveal what are those blessings that you have to look forward to, and we're going to see more about what this interesting mystical energy is that is here. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Okay, my group twos, it is making sense why the light was flashing for you, because we have a lot of energy going on. So we start off with the Tower, then we have the Nine of Wands being reversed, Four of Wands upright, King of Swords being reversed, Ace of Pentacles right over here as well. So your blessings that are coming into your life. So first off, whenever we have the Tower showing up, it indicates a radical shift, a radical change. It can sometimes also be like an unexpected change that we're not even deliberately creating ourselves, but it's sort of like a divine intervention from the universe of like, let's shake things up here because we need to shift directions. And the fact that this is showing up as your blessing is amazing, okay? The universe is coming through being like, okay, we're gonna need to change things up, and the universe is coming in to help you shift directions in a really big way. So if you're currently going through something that feels like it is massively being shaken up, or if your life feels like, you know, there's a lot of change happening, this is actually going to lead you to the best new chapter of your life. It is going to lead to the best new things opening up. A lot of the times the Tower moment, it can feel like a shock at first. It can feel like a, whoa, what's happening? However, for you, I really want you to know, like, this is so divine, and it is literally going to lead to such amazing energy. Your focus card is the Four of Wands. It is your front and center card. Four of Wands right side up, this is leading you to something amazing. The Tower can also sometimes be something that we're deliberately changing up. Like it could be this, we wake up and we realize like, oh my God, I need a massive shift. It can also be when we wake up and we realize like, oh, something that I've been building and pursuing is like not what I want anymore, and it's time to end it. So it can indicate things like ending a career and being like, you know what, I quit, I don't want this anymore. It couldn't be when a career ends, you know, not from our deliberate cause. Like it could be something like that. It could also be when we wake up and we're like, oh my God, like the lifestyle that I have is not it anymore. Like I need change. It can also be when we wake up and we realize like, oh my God, the relationship that I'm in, that is not it. Or it's even when a relationship just ends, you know, on its own. And we're just like, whoa, things are shifting, but it's a big change, okay? This is going to lead you to a magical place. I'm also hearing for some of you that you have already gone through the Tower moment. Spirit just came through saying that a lot of you watching this right now have already or are just going through this right now. And if that's the case, Spirit just really wants you to know, oh my God, they deeply want you to know this. You're going to be looking back about 4 months from now, 4-ish months from now, you're going to be looking back being like, oh, I am so glad that that happened. I am so glad that happened. Okay. Nine of Wands being reversed here can be when, we're almost worried and we might even close off. We might close down because of whatever this Tower moment is. We might feel like, how do I trust? How do I open up again? How do I open up my heart again? How do I trust in any of the things that I'm pursuing in life, that they're not just gonna be ended or ripped out from under me? But the thing is, I also see you so greatly healing from this. I see this being so temporary, okay? So if you're currently experiencing this energy, Spirit wants you to know that that is shifting, that is changing. Spirit sees you, okay? Four of Wands. Let's get into your blessings here. So your blessing is actually this thing, but it's because of what it leads to, right? It's because of the aftermath of this. And your blessings, for one, the Four of Wands. You are being led to become so much more strong, to find security, to find real security. The Tower always indicates that the only reason why this thing ended in your life is because it was never meant to last. It was never built on a solid foundation. Even from the beginning of when you began this journey or pursuing this thing, it was literally never going to last in the first place. It wasn't meant to stay in your life. It was not meant to last through your entire lifetime. because it just wasn't. It was a stepping stone. It was part of a lesson of learning. And then over here, you are never going to experience this tower moment again. You are never going to have to go through this again, because this is leading you to finding where you're really meant to be, where you're really meant to be rooted. And the Four of Wands is when we have such surety, it's a sense of security. So for example, if this is a relationship ending for some of you, and maybe it ended because maybe there was a lack of commitment, maybe there was a lack of trust, maybe we weren't on the same page, whatever it was, you have so much wisdom now, you are never going to have to go through that again. Your next relationship is going to be one where it's solid, it is secure, it is trustworthy, it is forever. Four of Wands is your foundation, and it indicates long-lasting, like building something that's like it's here to stay, right? It's long lasting. It's literally here to stay. Four of Wands is also a celebration of some kind. Even if this is a job ending, it's like your next job. It's like you're going to root yourself in something that's like, oh, I want to stay in that forever and I'm going to build it solidly. It's like you learned everything of how to build it solidly in the future, and how to, see and how to recognize, cracks in a foundation before you commit to it, right? Like, I feel like in your future, again, if this is dealing with relationships or careers, before you commit yourself to something, like you'll just be able to look at something and immediately evaluate, like, oh, that's not going to last. I'm not going to pursue that because it's not in alignment. It's not, it's not that solid foundation. So in the future, Four of Wands, it also indicates a huge celebration of something. It can indicate weddings, engagements, it can indicate births, birthdays, it can indicate graduations, it can indicate getting and landing your most amazing job, it can indicate opening up a business. It indicates all of these things. It's a milestone of celebration. And if you look at the original Four of Wands, like the Rider-Waite depiction, which is where all the definitions are created from, you will see that it's like these four wands, which represent the most solid foundation, because in order to create the most solid foundation, it's like four walls, right? And there's a banner, there's people celebrating. So again, it could be weddings, graduations, landing your most amazing job, opening up a business, all of these different things. So whatever it was that didn't work out for you over here, holy shit, it is bringing you to your most solid foundation. It is bringing you to your happy beginning. I don't want to call it a happy ending because it's not a happy ending. All of those times where we marry our soulmate, or we open up the business of our dreams, that's a happy beginning. It's not a happy ending, you know what I mean? So I'm going to call it a happy beginning for you. This is leading you to your happy beginning. And look at all the magic. Whenever there's a bunch of stars in tarot, it indicates being led, being divinely guided. It also indicates magic being surround you, and it indicates the manifestation of something. It's like those little sparkles of stardust that are going to form the thing that you're manifesting. So whatever it is that you really want to call into your life, oh my goodness, my love, it is coming in. And you will not have to feel this energy of like mistrust or wondering how you're going to trust again, wondering how you're going to open up again, all of that. Because Nine of Wands indicates that you might have, or you might be currently in that energy right now, but that's so temporary. It's so temporary. You're not going to live your life like that, okay? It's so temporary. I'm hearing 9 days to 9 weeks is going to be your timeline of healing from this, okay? 9 days to 9 weeks, depending on the timeline of how deep you're already into it. I usually give broader timelines because Spirit gives broader timelines in these readings to encompass, since it's more of a general reading. So Four of Wands, these next 4 months for you are going to lead to the beginning of something that's going to start this journey of like something to really celebrate. And look at her energy in here. Like I really want to, I know I'm going off on these first 3 cards. Like we haven't even gotten into the last 2 yet, but like, look at her energy here. She is so sure of herself. She's in her vibe. She's really confident too. Like the fact that she's just chilling here naked shows this type of confidence and this ability to open up and show up as the authentic version of you and to be loved as the authentic version of you. All of that is like pure authenticity. She's so confident. She's just here like, ooh, I love my life right now. Let me just bask in this. Like that's her energy. So that's literally where this is leading you. King of Swords being reversed. Areas where you used to feel like you couldn't express or you couldn't stand up for yourself, or there was like a lack of communication, lack of planning, lack of understanding, lack of foresight. All of that is shifting and ending for you. Situations that would cause you to overthink, to stress, to feel like you didn't understand the full picture of it. All situations like that is going to be ending for you because you've learned so much from that now in the future, it's just like you have this understanding, this ability to see, this ability to sense, and it's like giving you all the wisdom. And right now, Spirit is saying that you're in the integration phase of this wisdom right now. And trust in that because you are so strong, you are literally so wise, and what you're going to be gaining from this experience is literally leading you to your ultimate celebration of like, holy shit, look what I created now. And it's like, it's usually our failures that teach us the most. Like for me as a business owner, I have learned more from my failures than I've ever learned from my successes. My failures taught me like what to do and where to go. And you know, the same can be said in relationships 100%. Like I am I've been in those experiences before. So for you, I'm just seeing like whatever this is for you, this is going to be such a massive blessing, even if you don't see it yet. But I see you in the future looking back on this being like, oh, I'm so glad that happened because it's a divine redirection. Ooh, amazing quote is, any rejection is just divine redirection. Any rejection is just divine redirection to what is more meant for you, right? So yes, Ace of Pentacles that we have over here, there's a new beginning, and it is a solid new beginning. This is one where we're really investing into it, and it's so real, it's so tangible, it's so yes. It's also when we plant a seed of an intention and it's growing and we're nurturing it, and it's leading you to your Four of Wands of this like total celebration and win and milestone that you are reaching, where other people are going to be cheering you on as well. Other people are going to be there being like, oh my God, like it's time to celebrate you. So yeah, planting the seed that is growing, it is going to be amazing. And it's all in perfect timing, and it's lasting. Okay. So there's such amazingness here for you. Let's dive into our astrology cards and see what other information we have for you. We also have the full moon, so energy peak, harvest, blessings, achievement. If you needed reassurance that yes, you are going to get to your happy beginning, here we go. Harvest is when something blooms and blossoms, the seed that you're planting, the intention that you're planting, the thing that you want to manifest. You will be able to harvest the fruit of that. Continue moving in that direction, continue nurturing it. Blessings, achievement, the thing that you want to achieve, it is right there. You are on your way of achieving it, 100%. And the fact that we also have just so much of these wand cards are very fast. They represent weeks or months. And for you, with this Nine of Wands, I feel like this is so short. Like Spirit just keeps telling me like this is really soon that you're going to get over this. And then right here, it's like, yeah, 4 months from now, it's like, bam, you're already well on your way of like creating just the most amazing blessing of your life. So full moon, the achievement, there is your answer. Yes, you're going to achieve something absolutely amazing. It's coming to fruition. Yes. We also have Ceres, nurture. So this is like an aspect, or it's not an aspect, it's a asteroid in astrology that represents the mother, and it can also represent like the children that you're going to have in your life. So it can represent things like that. However, it also is that mothering, nurturing energy. So for you, I feel like there's something that you are nurturing. And I feel like for one, you're going to be nurturing yourself a lot more. feeling more in your element, feeling more confident, feeling more self-love, more self-respect, more values, and you're staying in alignment with those, which is going to ultimately lead you to success. When you stay in alignment with your values and self-respect, it will always lead you to good things. Always. But we need to have that in integrity, right? So I just see you nurturing yourself more. If any of you are wanting to have kids or anything like that, here is your sign that that is absolutely, like, it's literally in the cards. This is literally the mother and represents the children that you're going to have in your life in astrology. So the fact that that's coming up, if any of you are wondering about that, yes, it is here. But it can also talk about nurturing, like for those of you that are like, oh, kids is not on my radar at the moment, not even thinking about that. The Ceres nurture energy is similar to how you would interpret the Empress card in tarot, which would be, we could also nurture ideas, business plans, creative projects, nurturing a manifestation that we really want to bring to life. So it can also indicate that. Next card that we have is Aquarius. So Aquarius energy might be very significant for you coming up in the next little while. But Aquarius also indicates things that are done and thinking outside of the box. Thinking differently. It can indicate things such as social media. It can indicate things such as long distance, focusing on the entire world, opening up your container. So for example, if let's say that you've only dated certain people that fit a certain type of box for you, you know, Aquarius would indicate stepping outside of that a little bit and being like, you know what? What if I dated other people? What if I dated people that like I never used to give chances to? It doesn't mean that you need to like, I'm not saying like lowering your standards by any means, but you know how sometimes we're like, for example, let's say that we are a writer and let's say we put ourselves in a box and we're like, I only want to date another writer. And it's like, well, what if your soulmate is like, I don't know, like a business owner? Or what if he works in finance? Or like, you know, just like opening up your pool. It's not like lowering your standards, but it's opening up your pool. So I see that being a thing. Aquarius can also indicate inventions, inventing something new, being innovative with what you have. So if you've been wanting to like figure out a new direction or figure out new creative ways for things, Aquarius is a really good energy for that. We also have I do, which oddly, okay, this is the 6th house, which doesn't have anything to do with marriage, actually. It's the 7th house that deals with marriage. But reading the word I do, I don't know why Spirit like just gave me this sense of you saying I do to somebody. So if that's like a thing, if you've been wanting to manifest your man or your woman and get married or things like that, Spirit just gave me tingles when I saw that I do. It made me feel that. However, the 6th house also deals with our schedule, our routines, our environment. So you may even feel this call to like improve your environment or improve your finances or get like a routine or schedule that makes you feel good. The 6th house is also really connected to Virgo and Mercury energy, which is all about healing. It can be such a divine healing kind of energy and feeling like we're just in an environment that we love. If any of you have been wanting to like improve your environment in any way or be somebody, like be somewhere that you feel more homey, more beautiful, more at peace, I'm seeing like that is a blessing coming through as well. If you've wanted more balance in your routine, I'm also seeing that, like your obligations when it comes to your work or things like that. If you want more balance there, I'm also seeing that being a beautiful blessing coming through as well. If any of you have been wanting to improve your relationship with your mom or spend more time with your kids if you have them, I'm also seeing that being a huge blessing here as well with Ceres showing up. So let's see what else we get for you, my group 2s. Okay, we have adjacent possibilities. So new doors are opening, things that you didn't expect, which is exactly what I was feeling with the Aquarius card. Like things that are outside of your box a little bit, things that you never explored before or gave chances to before. It's like realizing like, oh, there's like a new way I can approach this. There's a new direction. There's something like, it's like you're really exploring new things, and that's going to be a huge blessing for you. I think things might change and pop up out of nowhere where it's like, oh, I never even considered that before, or I would have never even tried that before, but now I'm so glad I did because it led me to what I was seeking. Whenever we go into the same doors and we retry the same things, it's gonna lead to the same result. We have to try something new if we're wanting to get a new result. And that is a message here for you. But yes, I feel like you're gonna be interested in trying new things, and it's literally going to lead you to completely new blessings of like, oh my God, I am so glad I did that. And sometimes doing something as simple as, let's say you're driving home from work, or you're going to the grocery store, whatever, wherever you're going. If you just take a new route that you don't normally take, it can actually put your state of consciousness in something new where new ideas come through, new inspiration comes through. And whenever I'm feeling stuck, I will deliberately do things like that where I'm like, let me dry off myself with the towel differently rather than doing my same towel routine, which unconsciously we do the same thing all the time because we're just so used to it. Or I'm like, let me drive a different way to get to the same destination, because it gives you time to step outside of your regular routine, out of your regular box. And it can, again, help you just think more creatively. It can help you give you new ideas, or even just change things on a subconscious level that we might not even notice right away. But then later on, we're like, oh, all of a sudden I'm seeing new energy coming through. All of a sudden I'm seeing new things coming through, okay? We also have appreciation. I see you, I see you being so thankful for the things that are happening to you and for you. They're literally happening for you, right? And I just see you with such appreciation for that. I'm seeing a lot more gratitude in your life as well. If any of you have been wanting to dive into more gratitude practices, I'm seeing that being a huge blessing. It's going to lead to massive blessings coming into your life. Anytime you practice gratitude, it's actually a manifestation practice and helps you bring in more goodness into your life. And I see it's going to really pay off if any of you have been inclined to do that. Let's see what else we have. We have Odyssey. So, all right, we have Odyssey, offer treasure and celebrate. There is going to be something to celebrate. You are right now on the bridge of crossing over to the land of which your big celebration exists in. Treasure. It's even an offer, like an offer. I mean, I see somebody maybe asking you something, asking you out, giving you an offer of something, helping you discover like an idea, things like that. That's going to lead to a big celebration for you, which is exactly what we had with our front and center card, which is our Four of Wands, all about that big celebration where you're going to have people around you coming to celebrate the thing with you, such as, it can also indicate buying a new home too. Four of Wands can indicate buying a new home, opening a business, graduating, weddings, engagements, starting something new. It's a celebration of that kind. But it can also indicate homes. I think I forgot to mention that in the first part of the reading. But anyway, yeah, it can also indicate that. Whew, that almost flew into our candle. Our next card, we have Seer. See, enlighten, visualize, interpret the things that you've been visualizing, the things that you've been wanting. Your intuition is strong. It is going to guide you there. Trust in that. If you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. That is a famous, famous quote that rings so true. If you can see it in your mind, if you can imagine it, it exists. If you can think it, it exists. It would not be in your realm of awareness if it could not exist for you. If you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. Trust that, know that, because that is your message, that is your blessings. Spirit is here so powerfully with you right now. Like, my goodness, wow, my group twos, Spirit had a lot to say to you, and Spirit is so around you right now. And I really want to repeat that last thing. If you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. All right, my loves, thank you so much for joining me here for today's video, all about the big blessings that are coming into your life. It's going to come in unexpected ways. Like, just know that it's going to come in an unexpected way, but it is going to be amazing. And oh my gosh, in just a few months from now, you're going to be looking back being so thankful for all of the shifts and changes, because it is leading you to such a big celebration, such a big manifestation. And I am already so excited and stoked for you. Like, I have goosebumps on my arms right now just thinking about the amazing direction that this is leading you, and such a divine shift that is going to be your biggest blessing. So I am sending you all so much love. Thank you so much for joining me here today, group number 2. Until next time, bye. All right, my group 3s, if you chose this pile, this is going to be your reading all about those blessings. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. All right, my group 3s, let's dive into your reading. We have 7 of Pentacles, the Lovers, Knight of Pentacles, the Emperor, and the 9 of Pentacles. First off, there's a lot of pentacles and then 2 major arcana cards. So you are going through a major time of your life right now. There's a lot of physical things happening. The pentacles often represent material things in our life, or they can represent money or business, career, learning, just more of those like physical kind of aspects of life. And so since that is your dominant cards here, there's a lot going on with that. But let's dive in. We have 7 of Pentacles and the Lovers right off the bat. The immediate message that I heard from here is, if some of you are waiting around to hear back from someone, like somebody that you're interested in, or like a business partnership, or something to deal with your career or schooling or whatever, if you've been waiting to hear back from somebody, or waiting for somebody to make a move in your life or something like this, this is one of your blessings. Like, Spirit's coming through being like, yeah, there's going to be momentum with this, especially with Knight of Pentacles as your next card. But Knight of Pentacles is like an energy that it's slow but solid. So we might feel at times like antsy or impatient with how things are moving, but the Knight of Pentacles, it's solid. It's like, it's trusting, it's moving. You know, it's not going at the speed of light, because it doesn't rush things, because it wants to take its time and it wants to do it right? And so I feel like for you, one of your biggest blessings is going to be, you know, getting word back. And this is really positive, having the Lovers up right here. You are going to hear back. And I feel like there's going to be more building of something. I'm getting this energy of building. So if you are trying to build a relationship with somebody right now, I see the physical building of that. The Pentacle cards, in terms of relationships, they're very solid. They're, again, a bit more slow moving, but they're very solid, very trustworthy, very dedicated, very committed. If this is a situation where you're waiting to hear back from somebody regarding like a collaboration or a project or something with your career or business partnership, something along the lines of this, I am seeing that that is going well as well. There's going to be positive news with that. And I'm also seeing like really putting a lot of effort in to make something beautiful. Putting effort in to make something totally beautiful, totally worth it. The Emperor is when we're also moving towards higher heights, accomplishing greater things. The Emperor can represent a person, but it can also represent your energy. And it can also represent the energy of what it is that you're manifesting and the blessings coming into your life. The Emperor is this energy of like, let's go, I can do it. It's the energy of confidence. It's the energy of action and getting stuff done. It's a very masculine type of energy that is productive. And it's also an energy where we know a lot and we are at the top of our game. So if something that you're doing right now is around career, like really wanting to excel or get to the top of something, that is a huge energy coming through. If you've been wanting to manifest your Emperor or somebody that's really solid in your life, I'm also seeing that that's like right here, like your Emperor, or even becoming into the Emperor energy, like feeling so solid, so on top of it. Like, it's when we are on our throne and we feel very satisfied with what we have, what we've accomplished, what we've attained, all of that. 9 of Pentacles here is also so positive. It's positive when it comes to finances. It's positive when it comes to love, all of that. It's when we are exploring our garden and we're so proud of what we have and we're like, look at this. It's growing, it is prosperous, it is abundant. If any of you have been working towards creating more abundance in your life, I feel like for those of you who chose this, a huge portion of your blessings is like monetary blessings, business and career blessings, education blessings, like really, really loving what you're learning and being able to do a lot with what you've just learned and accomplish a lot with what you've just learned. So I feel like for those of you that chose this pile, there's a lot of like great business opportunities that are coming in, even a business collaboration and partnership coming in. So yeah, something like this, if any of you have been wanting to like, manifest like a book deal or manifest like, having somebody that you hire in business or getting an approval or landing that job that you really wanted to land, things like that. Yes. I also do feel like some of you might be asking about a relationship, or you might have a significant person in your life right now. And if so, I'm also seeing total momentum with that. So that's hugely positive. Like, it's moving forward. There's such connection there. The Lovers is when we feel like we're really understood, we're really seen, we're able to be authentic and vulnerable, and it's when we deepen the connection with someone. So, a lot of positive things. My group 3s, your biggest blessings. There's so much positivity to look at. I also see you raising in confidence as well. The Emperor, I just see this proudness that you have. Of when you're looking at what you have, even with this 9 of Pentacles, it's like being able to look at what you've accomplished, look at what you have, and you're like, wow, I did that. I got that. Whoa. Am I ever proud right now? It's this moment of like such proudness of what you've done, what you've accomplished, and things like that. And there's only more ahead of you. The Knight of Pentacles is like, this is just the beginning. This is just like, hold up right now. I know you're really proud, which is great. Stop and smell the roses. Be proud of it. But there's also so much more ahead of you to expand into and to accomplish here. And I feel like, yeah, I'm hearing the words like, this is just the beginning. So that is really positive over here. I'm definitely seeing your finances increasing. 9 of Pentacles is kind of when we are able to, look at our bank account or look at our career and we're just like, this is so fruitful and it's growing. And I have never felt more secure. I've never felt more surrounded by safety, never felt more surrounded by abundance. It's that feeling. So if any of you have been working on that and diving into that, I feel like that's really paying off right now. So let's see what else we get for you in our astrology cards. We actually had one extra astrology card come out for you than the other piles. So let's see what we have for you. Our first one is the waning crescent. So surrender, restore, reflection, intuition, and stillness. So if anything does feel like you're waiting for the answer, I feel like this is talking about you right now, where we kind of just have to surrender to it, because we're going to hear back when we hear back. We're going to have the momentum when we have the momentum, but we just need to keep, 7 of Pentacles reminds us, we just need to keep watering and nurturing the garden. We just need to continue building it. And once, as we do, the momentum is just going to continue, and eventually that garden is going to blossom. Like, the difference between 7 of Pentacles and 9 of Pentacles is so funny. Imagine you start a garden, and let's say you're watering it, you're doing all the things, but you're like, when is it going to bloom? When is it going to bloom? When is it going to bloom? When is the thing going to happen? When is it going to come to life? And you're just like getting a little bit impatient. That is a little bit of the 7 of Pentacles kind of energy, but it's so funny because as we progress over here, we get to the 9 of Pentacles where the flowers blossom, the fruit is, gets bared by the plants and the trees and things. And all of a sudden it's like, we can harvest it. We can enjoy the fruits of our labor. So all the things that you're doing right now, continue doing them, because your biggest blessing is like, Spirit is saying, yes, you're right on the right track. You are right on the right track. Continue watering your garden, nurturing your garden, taking out the weeds, allowing the sun to shine. Continue putting in that effort, because Spirit is literally just showing you you're on the right track. Have that dedication. Knight of Pentacles is the card of like dedication, of not trying to rush it. Because imagine if you rush a fruit to ripen. Like, it's not going to taste as sweet. It's not going to be as good. And you're not even going to get as much fruit from the tree if you try to rush the process. But when we have patience, we like really water it. And, the Knight of Pentacles is patience. And it's this dedication to like, I'm committed to making this the best thing possible. And I was just telling a story to my husband last night. about how there was one day where I wanted to make like the best hot chocolate ever. And you know how sometimes when you use like hot chocolate mix, it curdles and it clumps and it's just like you can never get it right. Well, I spent like 15 minutes making this cup of hot chocolate because I was like, it's gonna be perfect. And I was like so little at the time, but it was so rewarding. And like the effort that you take to put into something will pay off. And if you have your patience to make it perfect, to focus on the details, and you're focused on like, let me put my all into it. Like, I don't care how long it takes. I'm going to create the best freaking thing. And that's what you're on track to doing. And it's leading to your 9 of Pentacles. Your dedication to that is leading to your happy ending and all of that. So surrender, restore, reflection, intuition, stillness. Like, take time. Take your time. There's no need to rush it. Take your time. That is what the waning crescent is. So maybe you've been feeling that energy already, like I'm just going to trust the process. And your ability to do that is literally the thing that's leading you to your blessings, which is amazing. We also have Black Moon Lilith, repressed desires. So sometimes we have to have a little bit of patience and we have to like slow it down a little bit. But Lilith is also the one who's like, I'm going to do what it takes to get what I want because I know what I want. And the Lilith energy, she knows what she wants. So I feel like this is you knowing what you want and not letting anything stop you from that, right? And I just see you being able to open up into that a lot more. Lilith is the rebel that's like, I'm going to do it, right? And she's the rebel maybe because she's repressed those desires before, but now she's like, you know what? I'm just going to go for it. And I'm not going to hold back anymore. It's the energy of I'm not going to hold back anymore. I'm going to go for it. But of course, you know, with patience, with dedication and all those things. We also have the moon, emotions, instincts, receptivity, and safety. The moon is also when we overcome fears, and it's also when we're kind of in the unknown, where I feel like Spirit wants to address the fact that you might be in this energy right now of questioning, is all of this hard work going to pay off? Is all of what I'm doing going to lead me to what I desire? And Spirit is like, yes, it is. The moon is when we don't have the full picture yet and we're maybe still kind of wondering, you know, it's kind of like we're still in the dark a little bit, but the moon is there being that beacon of light that's like, keep going, you're almost there. And then the sunrise comes and our things blossom and our flowers blossom, our fruit blossoms. It's going to be great. So anyway, it's also our intuition, trusting your intuition. Your intuition is that guiding light that is telling you like, yes, keep going, keep going, keep going. So your blessing is coming through as you keep going. We also have Sagittarius right here. So this is leading to a lot of good luck and expansion. Sagittarius is connected to Jupiter energy, which is all of the expansive good luck. It also indicates travel. So if some of you have been really wanting to save your money for like a really big trip, or even plan something like outside of your comfort zone, somewhere that you've never been before, I'm seeing that being a huge blessing. Maybe some of you have also felt like you've needed to hold back. Oh, I just got a message here. Some of you have been feeling like you need to hold back from buying what you really want, or from saying what you really want, because you're not trying to rush things. You're not trying to, you know, spend what you don't have yet, or rush into opening up about your feelings too soon. You know, some of you have been maybe holding back because you're like, okay, patience, like when we have patience, we get the sweeter fruit, right? So some of you have been holding back a little bit, but I'm also seeing like soon you're going to be able to really shoot for the stars and go higher and expand and have this like this is going to really pay off. You won't have to stay in this forever, especially if you know, let's say you've been really working towards a big goal and you're like, no, I'm going to save my money right now. I'm going to save my money right now. That is going to pay off and you're not going to have to stay there forever. Spirit wants you to know that. And you're going to come to this point of being like, oh my God, I have it all now. Now I can bask in the fruit. I can use my abundance. I can buy the things that I want and still be surrounded by abundance, because now it's like that balance. And you can also, again, if you're in a relationship, it's like, we can say what it is that we really want, what we truly deeply feel, and it's like we're getting it back. It's the receptivity, and it's shared, it's mutual, and all of that. So we also have the 10th house, I achieve. I love that this came up for you. So we have a lot of like career-ish cards. However, the achievement, this talks about your goals, right? The 10th house is like what you're striving towards, the goals that you have, you are going to achieve something really big. That is your big blessing, especially if you have career goals right now that you're really trying to get to. You are going to achieve it. You are achieving the physical manifestation of the thing that you've been wanting. You are going to achieve it. This is talking about money. This is talking about career opportunities. This is all of that sort of energy. So it's also dedication. So it's very connected to all of our pentacle energy. It's Capricorn. It's the house of Capricorn. And it's also ruled by Saturn, which is all about that dedication. Like, let's keep going. It's commitment and all of that. So I want to read you what it says on here. It says, this is the house of fulfillment and social status. Here's where we see structures, corporations, tradition, ambition, public image, and fame, discipline, achievement, recognition, rules, and father figure, so emperor energy. It's also associated with power and authority, as well as the people who exert them. So, yes, if any of you have been wanting to get more recognition, the fact that we have Sagittarius and the 10th house right here, yes, this is sort of like success that happens like all of a sudden, let's say like some big opportunity comes in and maybe somebody shares something on social media, like a really famous person shares our work, and all of a sudden we get this huge surge of like, you know, clients or new viewers, new people, new whatever. So it's things like that. Or it's like, let's say that you're a content creator and a video totally takes off for you. Stuff like that. You get more recognition. Or let's say that you are wanting to be a writer and all of a sudden you get a book deal with like such an amazing company that all of a sudden your book gets to get published worldwide. Something like that. Like, it's things like that. So I do see a huge career blessing coming in for you in some way, shape, or form. So I'm so excited about how this is about to show up for you, my group threes. I'm so excited about that. In terms of relationships, for those of you that are also wondering about relationships, because I see both being talked about within here, I'm also seeing a lot of like recognition and expansion within your relationship, accomplishing something together, being able to rise to new heights. This is like a new level of commitment. So if you've been wanting to get to a new level of commitment together of some kind, I'm also seeing that being a thing here. So let's dive into our next set of cards. My group threes. What else do we have for my beautiful group threes? Let's see. What other blessings do we have coming? Ooh, this card was really calling to me. Strategist, 44. So 44 is when we're building a solid foundation. It's also great luck when we unlock our unlimited potential. This says counsel, project, lobby, advise. You're going to be doing some like strategy around your work that's going to really help out. Like I see you brainstorming something and getting an idea. If you've been wanting an idea about how to expand, or if you've been waiting for your like $1 million idea, or you know, whatever it is, something along the lines of that, yes, that is going to be a huge blessing coming in, is like all of a sudden this idea that you're so confident in that you're like, oh yeah, no, that's how we do it. Like that's the way. And then we also have Odyssey. Oh my gosh, this one came up for the last group and I love that this one also came up for you. So an Odyssey is like something to celebrate. It's when we have like a big achievement, something that we're going to be known for. It's your treasure, an offer coming in, right? So exactly what we've been talking about. An offer coming in, treasure, something huge to celebrate. So that is what we have there. And then let's dive into our next few cards. So we also have, wow, we have 44 and 44. If fours have been following you around, they are a sign, by the way, of building a really solid structure, solid foundation. They're a really great sign for business, by the way. Also a great sign for committed, healthy relationships. And it's unlocking your unlimited potential, because 4 and 4 together equal an 8, and 8s are all about infinite potential. Woman holding a heart, I feel like so much passion, so much excitement is going to come about in terms of a relationship. I'm seeing like your one and only, like your person, your soulmate. You know, you're connecting with them and going to a higher level of commitment with them, like really connecting to your person. let's see what else we get here. Our last card for my group 3s, all about the big blessings coming into your life. We have happy family. Aww. So for those of you that, oh, and then look at 44444, like, what? And then also Emperor is the number 4, by the way. So I just want to point that out too. So that's wild. 444444, like so many 4s. 4s are such a great number. That's one of my favorite numbers in numerology. It used to follow me around a lot, like a crazy amount. But 4s are also like something to celebrate. Happy foundation and happy family that we have showing up here. For you, I would say, like, for those of you that are wanting to start a family, I'm seeing that being a huge blessing. For those of you that have been wanting to create more happy memories with your family, connect to your family more, I'm absolutely seeing that. Like, I see total rainbows and blessings around family life. And if you've been wanting to expand your family in any way, I'm seeing that being a thing for you. And I'm seeing it being a huge blessing in your life, like family things, expanding your family, having kids. I'm seeing that being a huge blessing for you. And yeah, great memories around family things. So, so much fulfillment, so much gratitude I'm seeing in your life. Your great idea coming about of like, ooh, I know what I want to do next. Like, this is going to be fantastic. Like, it's just great. Being really known for something is coming up as well as a huge blessing. So group 3s, this is pretty wild, what we have here for you. I know some of you watching this right now might be like, this sounds too good to be true. And like, this is just what the cards are saying. Okay. Like, you were called to this pile. And this is what is in this pile. So this is literally what's for you. This is your energies of what you're attracting. So you are on such a beautiful path, and I'm so excited for you. So I'm sending you so much love. Thank you so much for joining me here for today's video. My beautiful group number 3s. I am sending you, again, so much love. Love you all. And until next time, bye. All right, my group 4s, if you chose this pile, this is going to reveal all of those amazing blessings that are coming into your life next. And also, can we just talk about how beautiful this piece of spirit quartz is? Like what? The aura spirit quartz. It's just, oh my God, it's so beautiful. Anyway, let's go ahead and see what is in store for you, and let's dive into your reading. Ooh, okay, my group 4s. So we have 6 of Swords, the Star, 4 of Pentacles, Hermit being reversed, and then 6 of Wands. We're surrounded by 2 6s. You are group number 4, and your center card is a 4. So there's a lot of like interesting numerology that we have going on over here. 6s represent harmony. And the fact that we have them on both ends of your reading, your first blessing, I would say, is getting more into harmony, getting more into flow in your life. The 6 of Swords is when we've been going through something a little bit rocky, a little bit bumpy, a little bit unpredictable. And the 6 of Swords is when we go through a transition of moving to something that's so much more smooth, so much more easy. It's like we have the ability to just open up and just feel like, oh yeah, I'm in a smoother time of my life. Things are good. Things are looking up and all of that. The Star is also, I'm hearing like the discovery of a new gift or talent or interest coming into your life, which is going to be a huge blessing. I think it's going to be something that's really fun and exciting. The Star is when we realize like, hey, like I have gifts to bring to the world. It's also when we connect deeper to hope, deeper to spirituality. And what I'm seeing for you is there's going to be some sort of guidance, and I feel like you're feeling this guidance right now. There's maybe like an interest or calling that you have where either you're wanting to dive deeper into spirituality, or you're wanting to dive deeper into some kind of interest that you have right now. And it's this inner guidance, it's this inner calling, this pull in that direction. And I feel like it's going to lead to really great blessings and realizations. For one, it is going to increase your confidence like no other. You are going to become so much more confident because of this journey that you are on, because of this pursuing of this new idea, discovering of new skills, realizing that, hey, I'm actually a lot more competent and capable than I give myself credit for. I actually have so much more worth than I give myself credit for. If any of you struggle with insecurities, self-doubt, self-worth issues, that is going to be clearing The fact that our Four of Pentacles is surrounded by the Star and then the Hermit being reversed, I am seeing you coming out of your shell, filling yourself with so much more confidence, and this confidence of like, I can do it. I can freaking do it. Things that you've been holding yourself back in. Ooh, Four of Pentacles is like when we hold ourselves back. We're insecure about something. We are perfectionist. We don't feel good enough. We feel like we need to like keep ourselves safe, or for whatever reason, it's like we didn't feel comfortable, you know, spreading our wings. This is ending for you. You are going to feel so much more comfortable to spread your wings. You are going to feel so much more confident, worthy. You're seeing your worthiness, like the Star right here, Hermit being reversed. You're totally coming out of your shell. There is confidence. You're stepping into your Star energy. You're stepping into your Six of Wands energy, which just wait until we get into that one. But like, wow, the amount of transformation that you are going to be doing, it's almost like you're going to become unrecognizable, my group fours. Literally unrecognizable. The old version of you that you've been, that other people maybe still see you as, is no more. Like, I feel like you used to come across as like shy or lack of confidence, overly critical of yourself, overly perfectionist. You're no longer going to be that version of you. You are being so guided right now, and the interests that you have are just, wow, is it ever going to cause such a deep change for you to where you're literally no longer the same person. You're no longer going to feel like the hermit who needs to hide themselves. You're no longer going to feel like the hermit who's just in the cave being self-critical, thinking deep about, like, not that the hermit is negative. The hermit's not a negative card, but I'm getting these messages is because the hermit is next to this Four of Pentacles, okay? So I don't want you to think like the hermit means those negative, it doesn't. But like when it's reversed, it's next to the Four of Pentacles. It's talking about this major transformation that you're making because of how you used to express the hermit version of yourself, where you weren't ready to come out. You didn't feel like you were doing a lot of this inner stuff. Your biggest blessing is like all of a sudden coming out and being like, oh, I'm ready and I am confident and literally unrecognizable to your previous self. That is what you're going through right now. Spirit is saying that the timeline for this is around 2 to 4 months, maybe even 6 months max for some of you. But 2, 4, 6 months, I feel like are going to be really important intervals in this transformation that you are making, and it's going to be incredible. And I feel this confidence to like start taking action on something that maybe you've been delaying for a while. Maybe you've been holding yourself back from a bigger dream that you have or a bigger goal that you have because you just didn't feel ready. I'm seeing this energy of like, oh, I'm ready and I am doing it and I'm stepping in and I'm just ready. And it's like this type of like newfound confidence, this new self, this new like unrecognizable version of you. Six of Wands is such an amazing card where it talks about a blessing of getting recognition for what you're doing. So whatever goal it is that you have, whatever new version of yourself that you're stepping into, you're going to be noticed more. You're going to be turning heads. So I also see this like part of your self-improvement and the fact that you're going to be walking taller with your head higher because of this new confidence that you have. I literally feel like more people are going to be wanting to be around your energy. Like even you just walking around at the grocery store, wherever you're going to be, there's going to be more people like you're going to be turning heads more. People are going to be wanting to be in your energy, to be around you more. You're kind of more in the spotlight. And I know that maybe your previous self or maybe even the version of you that you are now is like, wait, what? No, I don't want that. Trust me, you're gonna enjoy it. Six of Wands it's enjoyable. It is like, oh my God, I'm getting the recognition that I've always wanted. It boosts your confidence. It's gonna boost your self-worth. It's gonna boost all of that. If any of you have been wanting to work on something or move into a direction where you would naturally be in the spotlight more, or if you've been pursuing something to get it noticed more, something like this, yes, that's a huge blessing. Six of Wands is literally when something is recognized, it gets recognition, it is being noticed, and it is being celebrated, and people want a piece of it. So I'm seeing that being partially literally your energy, other people wanting to be surrounded by that, you being in the spotlight there, and then also maybe even something that you're working on, like yeah, and getting recognition for that. So this is such a beautiful start to our reading, my group 4s. Let's see what else we get for you. We also have lunar eclipse coming through. This says releasing the past, breakthrough, pushing limitations, and healing. Your old limitations, you are breaking down the barriers that you used to hold yourself in. 4 of Pentacles, like you used to hold yourself in tight restraints of like, no, I don't want to do that. I'm not going to let myself do that. I'm not going to, like, maybe we were scared of making a fool of ourselves. Maybe we were scared of judgment. Maybe we were scared of rejection. Maybe we were scared of failure. Whatever the case is, you are having breakthroughs, releasing the past, releasing who you used to be, literally becoming unrecognizable is like your main terminology that I keep wanting to use in your reading. Pushing limitations. You're no longer going to be limited like you have felt in the past. Literally no more. That's not going to be a thing anymore. Lunar eclipses, by the way, are massive, massive amounts of energy. Perhaps you're going to notice a lot of this around the next lunar eclipse. This reading is timeless, so no matter when you're watching this, whatever year it is, if it's 2024, if it's 2025, if it's 2026, 2027, whatever year it is, this is going to be relevant. If you look at when the next solar or lunar eclipse is, you can just do a quick Google and see when the next one is for the year that you are in, that you're watching this. And that is going to be a very significant time for you where I feel like there's going to be massive breakthroughs that month. Okay, pushing limitations, becoming unrecognizable, putting in the work, and like the work is easy for you though. It's like yeah, you're just so different. There's a whole new energy coming out. I'm almost seeing it like you were an egg before, and you're like now the bird that is hatching from that egg. That's like, oh, I'm here, I'm ready, I'm a whole new me. And people used to see you just as the egg, and now you're just like blossoming as this bird who can now fly, who has wings, has the most beautiful feathers, like. It's like the star right here. It's like you're birthing with your wings, and everyone's like, who is that? What? And it's like your old shell is gone, the old you is gone, healing from all of that. So wow, just like massive, massive energy in this next little while for you. And it's going to happen around the month of the next solar eclipse that's happening, again, whenever you're watching this. Last quarter moon is also showing up for you. So transition, letting go, forgiveness, adaptation. Wow, transition. 6 of Swords is a transition. You're making a huge transition in your life. There's a massive transition happening, becoming unrecognizable, letting go, forgiveness, adaptation, adapting to a completely new lifestyle, adapting to a completely new you that is coming to life. And that's going to be the new you. Okay. We also have Jupiter. Oh, my favorite planet. Jupiter is the planet of abundance. It's the planet of good fortune and money and, or not money. Venus is technically the planet of money, but it's the planet of abundance. It's the planet of expansion, of travel, all things like that. So, wow. The Jupiter energy in your life, this is bringing massive expansion, massive good fortune, good luck, abundance. If any of you have been wanting to travel and you know, go somewhere where you've never been before, I'm seeing that being an absolute thing for you in your future. And like a feeling of good luck is in your life, like a feeling like good luck is being surrounded by you. Okay, we also have Taurus coming through, which is, its ruler is Venus, and Taurus is very connected to money and beauty and all of that. So that's also another aspect that's coming up for you. No wonder I was like getting the money thing in my head as well when I was reading the Jupiter card. But yeah, so I'm also seeing more prosperity, more abundance, more beauty. Like I feel like confidence is rising, and you're maybe even doing some form of glow up where you're like, you know what? I'm gonna really like put some effort into myself. I wanna make myself freaking stunning and beautiful, and like you're seeing your beauty more. And whenever we see our beauty more and we're able to wear that with confidence, like it literally shines more. Other people see it more. And I'm seeing like more self-love and just this confidence in yourself and going through like a glow up and all of that. We also have the 9th house, which is connected to Jupiter and Sagittarius. So very connected to our Jupiter energy that we have. And this is the house where we gain so much wisdom. It's the house of philosophy. of learning, of teaching. So maybe you're even going to step up into more of a teacher position. Maybe you're called to do something like that, or at least to like embody a new life philosophy. And that life philosophy is going to help you a lot. I'm seeing you connecting to more spirituality as well. And I'm seeing that being a massive thing that's going to expand you so much. Also, the 9th house absolutely deals with travel. So travel's a huge thing coming up for you right now. So that's going to be another major blessing. Oh, I just got a message. If any of you have been wanting to live more of a laptop lifestyle, to be able to work from wherever in the world, have more freedom with that, that is an absolute thing I'm seeing here. Like getting paid, Taurus, the Venus energy, getting paid wherever you are, or getting paid to travel, getting paid to be wherever you want in the world. Like maybe some of you are really wanting to move somewhere and relocate and still make great money and feel more abundant, feel more prosperous, and that like, I see that absolutely being a thing for you. Whereas before, maybe we felt too attached, maybe we felt like we couldn't. And now it's like, your blessing is like, oh yeah, we can. Let's go do it. So that is also coming through for you, like travel, moving, expansion, relocating, laptop lifestyle, things like that. So let's see what else we get for you. My group 4s for your blessings coming into your life. I'm also hearing the timeline for you. Spirit's giving me the timeline of laptop lifestyle and moving around more. I'm hearing like 9 months from now. Spirit usually gives broad timelines. For some of you, it could be as much as 15 months from now. Spirit likes to give broad timelines in general readings because it has to encompass all of the energies of the people who watch this. So I'm hearing 9 to 15 months from now. It could happen sooner for some of you because, again, everyone's energy is slightly different. Everyone's timeline is slightly different. Max 15 months, max, for this transition to take place where all of a sudden we're just like, being able to work from wherever, we're traveling more, laptop lifestyle, things like that. So let's see what else we have. We have healer and medium. Some of you might even like desire to get into the healing arts, literally, or even into like tarot or astrology or things like that. However, this is a message just for some of you. That's just a quick little thing that I got right off the bat here. But yeah, some of you might get into stuff like that, and that might be a calling that you have. However, also with healer, I feel like you're healing so much on an internal level for yourself, being able to grow and cleanse. And I also see you being able to like share that wisdom with others, which is going to be like a really great blessing for you to be able to help others through similar things in the future. I'm also seeing your ability to channel, to trust your intuition is going to be so deep. And I feel like the reason why maybe you've been more like hard on yourself in the past and like this lack of confidence, this like insecurities taking over, is because you tend to be really sensitive and you have a very heightened sense of intuition, and people that are empaths tend to go through that period. But I see you healing from that, stepping into your confidence, and through that, you're like integrating your intuition on a deep level where all of a sudden your intuition is like really powerful. When you're confident in your intuition, you unlock the magic of your intuition, right? But every intuitive, every empath, myself included, all go through a time of being incredibly insecure, incredibly doubtful, incredibly overthinking, right? And that's a natural part of any empath. It's just because they feel energies like on so much more of a deeper level than most people. And so they go through that. But for you, I'm seeing you stepping into your confidence, and right when you do, it's like all of a sudden your intuitive abilities like go off. They amplify, and your ability to heal others from that, your ability to continue being an empath, but doing so from a place of strength, from a place of feeling protected, from a place of like feeling so grounded. Like, look at her, look at how confident she is. Like, look at her energy, right? This is your energy. I feel like this energy is coming in within 9 to 15 months for you. There's this big energy shift where you're in your element. You're being surrounded by all the great energies. I feel feel like for those of you that chose this pile, you're really similar to me, where maybe you like to surround yourself with like crystals or sage or like healing things. You like to be surrounded by things that are beautiful, that uplift your energy, that make you feel cleansed and good. I feel like you're like that, okay? That's just the energy I'm picking up from you. Maybe you're not like that, but I'm really getting for like most of you watching this pile, you're into those things. And I'm seeing you just being so much more grounded and surrounded by those things and so much more into your spiritual practices that help keep you grounded, such as doing your, your meditations or doing your saging, your healing, being like having a cleansed, clean space, being on top of that. Like I see that energy for you moving into those clearer waters where there's no more clutter. Ooh, I just heard the word decluttering. So another big blessing that's coming for you, as I feel like you're going to have this surge to like declutter, to like reorganize, to make things more beautiful in your space, to make room for that. And I feel like that's going to be another beautiful blessing for you. And yeah, a lot of positive energies here. So let's go ahead and dive into our last couple of cards here. Let's see what we get. My group fours, your next blessings. I feel like this card and this card. Okay, we have, interesting. Attachment came up for another group, and this one rarely ever comes up for any group ever. Things that you feel restricted by right now. Maybe you feel chained or bound or restricted by your schedule or your work right now. Maybe you feel restricted and bound by that. Maybe you feel restricted and bound with your money or your finances, or you feel restricted and bound with your freedom, right? Not being able to travel when you want, not being able to just be free when you want. You feel attached to something at the moment. One of your most amazing blessings that's coming for you is you are no longer going to feel bound and restricted by those things. And that's happening within the next 9 to 15 months. Okay? For some of you, again, it's going to happen sooner than that, because again, this is a general reading where spirit gives like really broad timelines in order to encompass everyone's energy. So depending on your timeline, it's anywhere between that time. And you are being unchained from those restrictions. They are no longer going to be bothering you. For those of you that you're like, oh, I relate to all of those things. All of those things, there's going to be blessings coming in where you are unbinding yourself from those. And new opportunities are going to be coming in that bring in freedom, like literally the Jupiter energy, freedom, expansion, travel, movement. We also have door to romance coming up for you. So for those of you that have been wanting to manifest love into your life or a relationship, that's another absolute blessing that's coming in for you. If you have felt bound or restricted in your love life before, and maybe you're just like you've been holding yourself back, I am also seeing door to romance opening. I also have another side message. Okay, this is literally only for like 10% of you watching. You will know if this message is for you. Obviously, you're going to know. If you have been attached to a relationship or to someone who has not been giving you what you want, but you just can't seem to let go, you are also going to be freed from that. You are gaining the courage to free yourself from toxic attachments that aren't leading anywhere at all, that we are being dragged along in. You are getting the confidence to release from that as well. And through that, through your ability to release and free yourself, now your heart is free to open the door to real romance to come into your life. Okay, so if that resonates, if you're in a situation like that, that is a message for you. For those of you that, maybe just want to manifest more love, or you want to reach the next level of your current partnership, that is what door to romance is indicating. The 6 that we have on the top, we have so many 6s for you. 6, 6, 6, 3 and 3 is 6. Numerologies of 6s indicate harmony. It also indicates celebrations of like happy family. It can also indicate like weddings and marriage and falling in love. And when we're in a 6th year, I'm actually very curious if those of you who chose this pile are in a year 6 in numerology. That would be very interesting. The way that you find that out is you take your month of birth, you take your day of birth, and you take the current year that it is, and you add those numbers together. So for example, if you're born on June 11th and it's 2024, you would add 6 plus 11 plus 2 plus 2 plus 4, or you can even add it as 6 plus 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 4. You don't add the 0 because obviously 0 doesn't adjust anything, so you can leave that out. And then you find out what that number is, and then you continue adding. So let's say that that number, I don't know what it equals because I don't want to math right now, but let's say that that number equals 24. You want to break it down until it is just a 1-digit number, okay? And then, you know, that's your year number. If this sounds way too confusing for you, you can also literally Google, what is my numerology number, my year number? What is my numerology year number right now? And there is an online calculator that will calculate that for you and tell you all about that year number. But I'd be very curious if some of you are in a year 6 or if you're just about to go into a year 6, because that's just really coming up here. Even if you are not, this reading is still relevant for you, and the 6 energy is just prominent for you right now. The 6 energy numerologically is just prominent. It is there, which is all about harmony, calling in marriage, calling in celebration, things like that. So I am so excited for you and for all that is to come. Last thing that I want to say is it's interesting that we have a 5 here, and then of course numerologically right after a 5 comes a 6, and then the 6 of Swords indicates getting out of a time of chaos and bumpiness and unpredictability. It's interesting because 5s indicate the chaos, the unpredictability, the change, all of that. So I feel like for a lot of you right now, you're going through like a 5 energy and going into a 6 energy right now, which is so wild. It's going to bring so much more harmony, and you're just going to love it. You're going to love that transition of those energies. And that is the last thing that I'll say here to leave you off. It's going to go into so much more harmony, so much more clarity, freedom, working from home, all sorts of, or not necessarily from home. I feel like you're gonna be traveling actually. So yeah, that's what we have for you. I'm sending you all so much love. Thank you so much for joining me here for today's video. And until next time, my loves, bye.